Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. The Sheriff's Department is searching for the suspect in the attempted murder of a 20-year-old woman in 29 Palms. On Saturday at approximately 9:38 p.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies say they were flagged down by a woman walking on 29 Palms Highway near Larea Avenue in 29 Palms. Deputies say the woman was suffering from several noticeable injuries and that she disclosed she was strangled during an altercation with a friend. Deputies identified the suspect as John Chavaria, a 49-year-old resident of 29 Palms, and say that he and the victim were at a home in the 72,600 block of 2 Mile Road where the attack occurred. Deputies returned to the residence, but say Chavaria was gone. A warrant for Chavaria's arrest was issued, and he has an earlier warrant for being a felon in possession of a firearm. Deputies and detectives from the Morongo Basin Station are actively working on the case. Anyone with information regarding this incident is urged to contact the Morongo Basin Station at 760-366-4175. Callers wishing to stay anonymous are encouraged to call 1-800-78-CRIME. 2 suspects were arrested in an online marketplace deal that is alleged to have turned into a robbery at gunpoint in Yucca Valley. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says that on February 22nd, just before 7:30 p.m., deputies responded to a report of an armed robbery that occurred in the 73,000 block of Victoria Avenue in Yucca Valley. Deputies say that the robbery began with a fake Facebook Marketplace ad through which the victims were attempting to buy a PlayStation 5 video game console. Deputies say that the victims met with the suspects at a pre-designated location on Victoria Avenue, and as the deal was negotiated, one of the suspects brandished a firearm and demanded their money, totaling $360. The Sheriff's Department identified the suspects as Isaiah Boyd, 23, and Brooke Nickel, 23, both residents of Yucca Valley, and deputies say they fled the scene of the robbery. The Sheriff's Morongo Basin Station continued their investigation into the incident, and on Friday, February 28th, deputies served search and arrest warrants at a residence on Acoma Trail in Yucca Valley, where Boyd and Nickel were taken into custody. Isaiah Boyd and Brooke Nickel were arrested for suspicion of armed robbery and conspiracy to commit a crime and booked into the Morongo Basin Jail on $100,000 bail each. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife is holding a virtual public workshop on Monday, March 10th, regarding the Western Joshua Tree Conservation Act, incidental take permits, and the Western Joshua Tree Conservation Plan. The workshop will cover comments received to date on the draft conservation plan and some anticipated changes based on the comments. There will also be a public open forum for additional feedback. There will be 2 meetings on Monday, one from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and the other from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Both meeting times will cover the same topics. Questions or comments can be submitted at any time before the workshops by emailing them to wjt@wildlife.ca.gov. We'll have that link along with the registration information for the meeting. That's at Z107.7fm.com. If you or someone you know has an outstanding bench warrant or a criminal record that is preventing you from getting a job or accessing social services, the San Bernardino County Public Defender is holding an event on Wednesday that can help get you back on track. Online news editor Robert Hayden picks up the story from here.
The San Bernardino County Public Defender's Office will be in Lucerne Valley on Wednesday, March 5th with their mobile defense program, which offers free on-site legal assistance and other essential county services to remote locations in the county. They're offering record clearings and expungements, the clearing of bench warrants, summary probation assistance, assistance in resolving outstanding fines, and re-enrollment in court-required classes. The Mobile Defense Program is the first of its kind, with its mission of providing equitable access to social services beginning right here in the Morongo Basin, Landers specifically. It's grown since then. In addition to the record-clearing services, the court is also offering self-help support for legal matters and family law or small claims. The Department of Behavioral Health will be there providing mental health and wellness support. Child support services can assist in some cases, and the Arrowhead Regional Medical Center will be on site with health services and resources. The Department of Human Resources will be offering job and career counseling for those looking for work. You'll also be able to get a free haircut, mobile dental assistance, and a free lunch provided by the River's Edge Ranch cookout truck. The event is this Wednesday, March 5th from 12:30 to 4 at the River's Edge Ranch in Lucerne Valley. They aren't requiring an appointment, but you can pre-register to secure a spot at the event. We'll have a link to that registration as well as a link to an earlier story on the Landers Mobile Defense Program, all at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The High Desert Water District Board of Directors meets in regular session Wednesday to review their own compensation as part of a review from the district's Finance Committee. The board will also receive an update on the status of the Phase 2 sewer project and consider the purchase of a sewer camera truck for $467,000. The High Desert Water District Board of Directors meeting is open to the public and begins at 4 p.m. tomorrow at the district office located at 55439 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. You can attend remotely using a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. The Joshua Basin Water District meets in regular session tomorrow afternoon to discuss a possible memorandum of intent with the Joshua Tree National Park Association, which may lead to a partnership between the two organizations. The board will also receive a workshop on water meter reading. This meeting is open to the public and begins at 5:30 p.m. at 61750 Choita Road in Joshua Tree. You can attend remotely via a Zoom link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. And finally, the Toastmasters are forming a new club in 29 Palms, and they're meeting tonight, and they want to help you become a better public speaker. Toastmasters is a national club that provides education, practice, and mentor input for giving presentations, leading effective meetings, and improved networking through communication. Toastmasters is a nonprofit organization that helps people improve their public speaking, communication, and leadership skills through structured practice and feedback. Their education programs include learning how to create a social media plan, create a professional podcast, how to present using Zoom, and making compelling presentations in any setting. 29 Palms City Councilman Octavia Scott has been working to form the Toastmasters Club in the Morongo Basin. You can come to the group's free demo meeting tonight at 6 p.m. at Patriotic Hall, located at 5882 Lucky Avenue in 29 Palms. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News. I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.